it's doing and doing things the right way to make sure that the rightful person is deserving of the votes that they received. What kind of message is his contesting of the results sending to the people on the ground?
Well, it has sent mixed reactions. His supporters, Odinga supporters, were actually at the courtroom from 9 a.m. and Odinga only filed the petition some few minutes to 11 p.m. He had a midnight deadline to do so. And they were saying that they're excited that Odinga has decided to go to court, saying that the victory had been stolen from them. Well, on the other hand, the people from the opposition ruling party, from the ruling party, Jubilee, are saying that it is fine that Raila is going to court. They're saying they're confident that they will win the case, and they're saying that Raila does not have enough evidence to sustain the case. Now, just some of the things that he is saying, he's saying that there are errors in at least 14,000 of the declaration forms, the vote declaration forms. He's also talking about errors in unsigned documents. He's talking about multiple presiding officers being used in the various polling stations. And he's saying that the votes cast in the presidential election exceeded those for governors and those for members of parliament. So they're already feeling like there was a case of ballot stuffing, and those are the issues they will want the court to determine. Now, the court has 14 days to determine the case.
And Sarah, do you think that Raila Odinga's unacceptance of the election results has contributed to the violence that we've seen?
Well, what happened is immediately after the results were announced, there was sporadic protest across some of his strongholds. Now, it probably is because during the day and during the week as the results were being transmitted, Odinga called several press conferences to say that they would not accept the outcome of the results. And immediately after that, there were protests in his strongholds. One of the reasons that the civil society is giving for the amount of violence that was witnessed, they're saying police were too hard on the protesters and they clamped on them using too much, using what they're saying is excessive force. But the government says that the people they have arrested and those who have been killed were looters who were out to take advantage of the announcement of the results at night and the refusal by Odinga to accept the results.
And surely this isn't good for Odinga if he still has any hopes of becoming president.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. The case must be determined within 14 days. After that, if they call for an election, if the court nullifies the results, then a runoff must be held within 60 days. But if the court upholds President Kenyatta's victory, then the ruling will be final. You cannot appeal that ruling. And so he will be sworn in 7 days after the determination of that case. Now, Odinga has said that this is his last time to attempt running for the presidency. He is 72. Another election is only expected in 5 years. If he does not win this case, he will be 77. He feels he'll be too old, and also he had signed a memorandum of understanding with his opposition coalition partners that this will be the last time that he is vying. So for him, it is the last time that he will be appearing on the ballot paper.
And lastly, Sarah, what's been the reaction, rather, from President Kenyatta about all the developments that have been taking place?
Well, Kenyatta had earlier asked Odinga and the opposition coalition or anybody else who was not happy with the results to go to court. So he has welcomed the decision by Odinga to go to court.
All right, Sarah Kimani, our SABC news reporter, talking to us about the aftermath of the Kenyan election results. It's time for us to check out what's happening in your sports.